Imagine facing an unexpected medical bill, car repair, or even a job loss. What would you do if you didn't have the money to cover it? An emergency fund is the key to ensuring you're financially prepared for life's curveballs. In this video, we'll explain why you need one and show you exactly how to build and maintain it. Let's get started on securing your future. What is an emergency fund? An emergency fund is a designated amount of money that you set aside for unexpected expenses or financial emergencies. These could include things like medical bills, car repairs, or urgent home maintenance. The key difference between an emergency fund and regular savings is that the emergency fund is specifically meant to cover unforeseen events that can disrupt your financial stability. It provides a financial safety net, so you don't have to rely on credit cards or loans when something unexpected arises. Having this cushion allows you to manage such situations without derailing your regular budget or going into debt. An emergency fund is not for planned expenses or lifestyle upgrades, such as vacations or buying new electronics. Instead, it's there to keep you financially stable during life's unpredictable moments. Think of it as a financial buffer that helps you maintain peace of mind during stressful times, ensuring you won't have to make difficult financial decisions or compromise your long-term goals when faced with an emergency. By having an emergency fund in place, you're safeguarding yourself from the financial strain that unexpected events can cause. Why you need one? Having an emergency fund is essential because life can be full of surprises. Emergencies like medical issues, car breakdowns, or sudden job loss can occur at any time, and without an emergency fund, you could find yourself in a financially stressful situation. If you don't have savings set aside, you might end up relying on credit cards or loans to cover these costs, leading to debt that can take years to pay off. An emergency fund allows you to handle these unexpected expenses without panic, keeping you financially stable and protecting you from going deeper into debt. Moreover, an emergency fund provides peace of mind. Knowing you have money set aside to cover emergencies gives you confidence in your financial security. Instead of worrying about how you'll pay for a car repair or a medical bill, you can simply use your emergency fund and move on with your life. This financial cushion helps reduce stress, allowing you to focus on other important aspects of your life without the constant worry of what might happen if an emergency occurs. Essentially, an emergency fund acts as a safety net that ensures you can handle life's bumps without derailing your long-term financial goals. How much should you save? The amount you should save in your emergency fund depends on your personal financial situation, but a common recommendation is to aim for 3 to 6 months' worth of living expenses. This amount is meant to cover essential expenses like rent, utilities, food, transportation, and insurance in the event that you lose your job or face an unexpected financial crisis. The idea is to have enough funds to sustain your basic lifestyle while you recover from the emergency or find a new source of income. However, the exact amount can vary based on your individual circumstances, such as the stability of your job, whether you have dependents, and your other financial obligations. For some people, 3 months of expenses might be enough, especially if they have a stable job and few responsibilities. Others, such as freelancers or people with irregular income, may feel more comfortable with 6 months or even more. It's important to assess your risk level and the potential impact an emergency could have on your finances. The key is to start small and build gradually, and over time, you'll reach an amount that feels secure for your unique situation. Having this buffer ensures that you're not caught off guard in case of unexpected events, giving you the financial flexibility to weather life's challenges. Where should you keep your emergency fund? When building your emergency fund, it's essential to choose the right place to store it. The goal is to keep the fund accessible but not too tempting to dip into for non-emergencies. A high-yield savings account or a money market account are excellent choices because they offer easy access to your money, while also earning you some interest over time. These accounts provide a safe and liquid place to keep your emergency fund, ensuring that your savings can grow slowly without risking the principal amount. They are ideal for emergencies because you can withdraw the funds quickly when you need them, without facing penalties or long waiting periods. It's important not to keep your emergency fund in a checking account, where you're more likely to spend it on everyday expenses. You want your emergency fund to be separate from the money you use for regular purchases, so it's not tempting to use it for non-emergencies. Additionally, avoid investing your emergency fund in volatile options like stocks or mutual funds, because the value of those investments can fluctuate, which is not ideal when you need quick access to the money. The key is to strike a balance between accessibility and earning some return, while ensuring your funds remain safe and ready when you need them most. How to build your emergency fund? Building your emergency fund is a gradual process, so it's important to start with a small, realistic goal and work your way up. A good first step is to aim for $500 or $1,000, which can cover minor emergencies like a car repair or a medical copay. Once you've reached this initial goal, you can begin increasing your savings until you reach the 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses. To make this process easier, consider setting up automatic transfers from your checking account to your emergency fund. This ensures that you are consistently putting money aside each month without having to remember to do it manually. The key is to start small and make saving a habit, gradually increasing your savings rate as your income grows or your financial situation improves. It's also important to be patient and persistent as you build your emergency fund. While it can be tempting to use the money for non-emergencies or treat it as extra spending money, remember that this fund is meant to protect you in times of unexpected financial stress. Focus on the long-term goal and don't get discouraged if you don't reach your target quickly. Celebrate small milestones along the way and keep your emergency fund separate from your other savings to avoid confusion. Over time, your emergency fund will grow, providing you with the financial security and peace of mind to handle life's curveballs without jeopardizing your long-term financial goals. Maintain your emergency fund. Once you've built your emergency fund, it's crucial to maintain it by regularly reviewing and replenishing it as needed. Emergencies don't always happen on a predictable schedule, so it's important to ensure that your fund remains intact after you use it. If you dip into your emergency fund for an unexpected expense, make it a priority to replace the money as soon as possible. This helps you stay prepared for future emergencies, ensuring that you're never caught without a financial cushion when you need it most. A good practice is to set up automatic transfers to your emergency fund after withdrawals, keeping it consistently topped up. Additionally, you should review your emergency fund periodically to ensure it still meets your needs. As your life circumstances change, such as a change in income, moving to a new place, or taking on additional responsibilities like a family, your emergency fund requirements may also change. For example, if your expenses increase, you may need to adjust the amount you have saved. By revisiting your emergency fund regularly and making adjustments as necessary, you ensure that it continues to provide adequate protection against unexpected events, keeping you financially secure no matter what life throws your way. That's it for today's video on emergency funds. Remember, building and maintaining an emergency fund is one of the best ways to protect your financial future and ensure you're ready for whatever life throws your way. Start small, stay consistent, and before you know it, you'll have the peace of mind that comes with knowing you're financially prepared. If you found this video helpful, be sure to like, subscribe, and share it with friends and family who could benefit from these tips. Thanks for watching, and as always, take care of your finances and your future.